Oh man, lot to talk about today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There is. Welcome
We
back,
got Adam,
everybody.
Solana, and Coty and other coins listed as potential securities from the SEC. We got Binance going under. Changpeng Zhao is under a lot of crap right now, and they're acting like nothing's happening. Apparently they got like some tour with the weekend as their sponsor or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's just the crazy stuff in the crypto world. I'm gonna let Sal start off the stream here for a second with what he wants to say.
Yep. Welcome in, everybody. As you join in, we are live on all platforms, so definitely welcome in. Really do appreciate all your guys' support. Thank you guys for joining live. We got a lot of great things to talk about today. A lot of craziness going on at the end of yesterday, as I'm sure a lot of you have heard all the SEC lawsuits. We're going to get into all that fun stuff in a little bit. But if you guys are new, welcome in. This is Crypto Morning. We do this every Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Time. So thank you guys for joining in. My name is Sal. I own a couple businesses, moving and a detail shop, as well as I invest in crypto, stocks, real estate. I own a lot of real estate, and I also am a credit investor. So I invest in a lot of private equity company stock and companies such as Ripple and Uphold and Cerebus. So definitely I have a lot of experience. I love just chatting about all this fun stuff about investing. So today we got a lot of craziness going on with Binance, a lot of craziness going on with the SEC, with the crypto markets, and the overall investment world. So if you guys have any comments, you can certainly comment them. If you're on TikTok, just put them in the comment stream.
Look at all that red.
Try to get to everybody as I can. If you are on joining us on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch, you can definitely comment in the chat, or the link is on YouTube if you want to join live and give your thoughts and opinions on everything. So, with that said, we're going to get started in this. Going to have some fun talking about all the degeneracy going on. So, but what's up, Earth Luster? Glad to have you in today. Thanks for your support and everything. Hope you guys definitely keep joining us live all the time. We cover a lot. Some of this stuff we also kind of touched on in a previous stream about a week ago with SPF. So now it's CZ's turn to go up against Chopping Block.
Oh yeah, and I was actually surprised to see that Adam is one of my longest holds. I was actually kind of surprised to see that listed as a potential security by the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
And Polkadot, surprisingly, Polkadot wasn't mentioned. And I've been telling people, and again, Polkadot could still get hit regardless of Polkadot saying that they're not a security and that they morphed into
Mm-hmm.
software and all that. And they could still get potentially hit. But, I've been telling people that Polkadot is very decentralized by nature. Atom and Polkadot have two different staking. So Atom has delegated proof of stake to where you can choose one validator if you wanted to and just forget about it. The Polkadot network makes you choose 16 validators and it cycles different validators for you to choose. So that way a validator doesn't have all that power.
Exactly.
That's one thing I like about Polkadot. And a lot of people say Polkadot's, difficult and it's advanced. Well, Polkadot's got a lot of decentralization to it, even though, there is a certain amount of validators right now and pair chains are expensive. Polkadot has its flaws, keep in mind. But I was surprised to see Atom on there, not Polkadot. That was very surprising to me.
Yes, and it wasn't really a shock to me that the SEC did something this degenerate, as in throwing out some lawsuits, because they're about ready to lose the Ripple case, and that's going to be a huge precedent for any other crypto. So what they're trying to do is just cast out a Hail Mary before that case resolves. So it puts these other coins in litigation, and then they have to just go through the process and use the Ripple case as a case example. So with that being said, it gets excuse me, gets very difficult for these guys to, because now they have to stop what they're doing, fight this crap, and then go on. However, I do think there is some ulterior motives going on, and then you got the stuff going on with CZ, and I think I think he was exactly like SBF. They both mimic each other. They did exactly the same thing. Matter of fact, CZ taught SBF everything to do about how to build FTX and everything. So, with that said, I definitely think they're. I think I just think there's some Boy Scouts in the SEC that said, you know what, Binance and CZ are doing the exact same thing, so we're gonna go after them and start crushing them. So, and I 100% believe that they were commingling, but that commingling customer funds with Binance's own funds. So that's just my opinion. As you guys know,
You think they
I'm
were?
sorry.
You think they were doing
Oh
that?
yeah,
Is what you said?
absolutely, 100%. He followed the exact same business model as FTX. I don't know why no one really sees it that way. It's just
The zero fees on Bitcoin trading, that should have done it. That should have told people there's
exactly,
Bitcoin trading fees.
exactly. Any exchange telling you they have no fees, it's like, well, how the hell do you make money?
It's a scam.
Because they're not putting in
You don't even have to do research on it. You just
exactly,
say it's a scam.
exactly. I'm trying to find a list of the SEC's charges um, for Binance and the list of cryptos that they had.
It was Solana, Atom, Coti, COTI, and some other projects. But this kind of I have a strong feeling that this SEC notion is just going to turn a lot of people into Bitcoin and Ethereum maxis.
Exactly.
I feel like this is exactly what's going to go on. I feel like confidence in alts are just going to keep dropping and dropping. And what's going to happen is next bull run, there's either going to be brand new alts, and the alts that are out there currently are going to be forgotten of. And that's risk number one. Risk number two is the SEC just keeps trying to go rapid fire,
Mhm.
and they get more altcoins. And over time, they just make it to where every other altcoin has to be traded like the New York Stock Exchange, but Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only ones who don't have those rules or something. I'm not sure, because from my understanding, they're not going after Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're going after alts, and they're going after
Yep.
exchanges that offer staking as a service.
Yeah, and it's there's just a thing misled with staking. Um, and if any
Staking
of you
is
saw
so
Ginsler's degenerate video on staking, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
it's cringe.
It's comical to watch though. Uh, shout out to Crypto Mike. Good morning to you too, buddy. Thanks for all your support. Really love you back in the stream. Gambino Bays. Can you give us a reminder of the Ripple effect case? I'm guessing of the effect of the Ripple case. So, well, first off, I want to start. The only reason why the SEC hasn't sued Bitcoin is because there's no one to sue. Like that's it. There's no business that owns Bitcoin. There's nothing. So it's you just can't sue it. So and then Ethereum, their case, I think they had what was it called? Statute of limitations hit, so they can't go after Ethereum anymore.
What what is statute of limitations again? So we can remind people.
Yeah, statute of limitations means you exceeded the time frame of which you can bring the case to court, both either as the person, as the victim, or as the prosecutor. So basically,
First
SEC
mover
cannot.
advantage.
Yes. So you can't go after ETH for it now because it's well past it. They've already been out. It's been too long. You just got to deal with them. Now, the Ripple case is that the SEC said that the launch of the IPO, the ICO of XRP was a security, but in fact, what it was is that XRP is really the currency of the XRP ledger network and what Ripple is trying to do. So as you're transferring currencies from one border to another, it goes onto XRP and then goes off. So you're just using XRP as a bridge to get to instantly transfer with less fees and less market action on your currency.
Yeah, for sure. My confidence on the altcoin market, I'm not gonna lie, has dropped a little bit. I do still dollar cost average in the quant, even though, like I said, any of these altcoins have a risk of getting hit by the SEC, even quant. And I don't think quant is a security. Now that's just my own opinion, and I hold the coin, so you could say I have some bias there. But quant is doing a lot with CBDCs, and quant's doing a lot with the Bank of England. So I could figure that if you're a project that's doing stuff to benefit CBDCs and distributed ledger technology and tokenization of assets, that you wouldn't get hit by the SEC. But then again, who knows?
Exactly.
You can say the same thing about Polkadot. They call themselves and they have morphed from a security. The Polkadot is software, especially if you go on Polkadot.js. It's a
Hmm.
complicated website. You have to understand Dot as a software to know how to use it. It's not just everybody
Exactly.
comes in and makes money out of thin air from staking.
Exactly. And it's each altcoin has a different use for staking. Like Ethereum, you stake it to validate the network, and you get a percentage of the gas fees. Um, there's also some stake to control and vote on the networks, things like that. So I think he was really misled by staking because he was thinking of staking as in the Voyager and Celsius, where they said it was staking, but what it really was like a high yield interest CD bond that they were guaranteeing 20%, which just would never have happened. Um, so shout out to Barry Beans, JM Bullion takes about Bullion takes about five different cryptos for silver and gold. I couldn't believe Doge is one. Uh, Shout out to Crypto Mike again. There was never a contract to the investor, so therefore it is not a security. Yes, that is a that is very much a large part of it. But anything can be labeled a security as long as the main function is that people are buying it for future store of value, so that they're buying it because they're betting on it going up. But I mean, you could say the same thing about buying a barrel of oil and just hoping that it goes up, or oil commodities, pork bellies, anything like that. So I believe that crypto will be a commodity and eventually will be put onto the commodities exchange in Chicago. Now, what that does for a lot of us is that it gives us instant liquidity. So what that means is, like the NYSE and many stock exchanges and commodity exchanges, is that if there is no buyer for your sale order, the clerk at the desk will buy your order. That's what that means. And now usually there's some market makers in there to match people up, match buy and sell orders and all that stuff, and they take a little bit of a fee in front. And they're allowed for a legal, very small percentage of front running, but they it will give you guys instant liquidity so you can exit the market when you want, how you feel, and at your personal level of safety. Now, I do think that's eventually going to come to crypto. It's either going to have its own exchange, or it's going to have it's going to be part of another exchange. I don't think it'll ever go onto a stock exchange. It doesn't fit those rules. It's way too complicated of a scenario to happen. Like you have to have people involved, people in control, people doing things, and it's just it's just too much. It's too much working things, and crypto doesn't have those in place for it to be a stock or on
Yeah,
a security exchange.
yeah, exactly. You know, you have more life experience than me, so you would know more about that. But I just see a lot of people gonna flock to Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's just what I see. I think the overall market sentiment, I think Bitcoin's dominance is gonna keep rising, and I think Ethereum's dominance will stay around like 25%. Maybe it'll go to 30% next bull run. It'll be like a 70-30. Who knows? But
Exactly.
if you have some good altcoin choices, they could definitely make it. But in this current market sentiment, if I was to recommend what crypto new people get into, or in general, I would recommend Bitcoin and Ethereum. Despite
Hmm.
me being all in on alts, I don't have any Bitcoin or Ethereum right now. But honestly, I'm probably gonna start buying more of it, just because
Yeah.
I'm still gonna buy quant. I still want a large bag of quant, but now my gut feeling is telling me just get a shit ton of ETH.
Yes, and my sentiments the same. I'm probably going to switch up, maybe get a little bit more XRP before this case resolves. Get some get start dollar cost averaging in crypto in the Ethereum, and really go heavy on quant because I want to get my quant bag as high as my Ethereum bag.
Yeah, because you got to have Ethereum to move your quant
Mhm.
anyway out of your ledger.
Exactly. Um, Shout out to Crypto Morning. You be safe as well. I hate to see you leave. Uh, Shout out to G Quack. So this is the millionaire. Actually, buddy, there's a lot more millionaires walking around you than you think. You just once you start understanding how money really works and disconnect yourself from social media, because like I said, the guy that taught me everything, nobody would have ever guessed he was worth 1.5 billion. He
There's a
wore
lot of undercover
white shoes,
millionaires out there.
jeans, and flannel shirts. And but he was also, he fought in World War II. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. He died. He passed away at 88 years old. But I mean, he fought in World War II. He was an immigrant from Ireland. So, he went through hell and back. He volunteered to go at age 14 because he was a big guy, and went through all 4 years of World War II in Germany, in the Europe. And then he came back, and then he did the hardest part. He was delivering dead bodies all to people. And after building a construction company, investing in real estate, and owning one of the largest answering services in the 80s and 90s, he had a huge net worth. And you know, no one would ever have guessed that he had
You
that.
know, you could tell that story to people though, and there were still people say that, oh, well, times are different now, and that it's harder and stuff. Me personally, I don't buy into any of that. Like, I remember I had a friend that was very hippie minded, and he thought money in general is just evil. And I tried to tell him the same thing. Like, money is not evil. Build yourself a good net worth, and whatever you use money for, that's the end goal. Like, if you use it for
Mhm.
evil, you're gonna be evil. But if you use money to where you can pay for your kids college and you can have some financial freedom, I mean, you know,
Yeah,
money is not evil in that regard.
exactly.
It's just, I
But
feel like the media has made money and rich people just painted as like the enemy.
exactly. And money is like water. It's like, no, it's not the end all happiness. But if I don't have enough water to drink, I'm gonna miss it. So
Yeah.
it's like one of those things. Like, if I don't have enough money, all of a sudden I want money, and you want to get to the point to where you have financial stability. And before I go on
Mon-
with this CZ topic and everything, I just want to shout. I don't mean to cut you off, Cody. I want to shout out to everybody. It's like your favorite influencer. You probably have more money than they do.
yes, you
Yeah,
do for
that's
sure. These
that's what they
influencers
don't
are not as
understand.
rich.
You guys are richer than your favorite rapper. You got more money than your favorite influencer. I mean, they burn through things quickly. I can't tell you how many times that has been like, people just bring it up there. It's like, and I can't tell you how many influencers, especially in the Miami area, where they rent those damn cars and the lifestyle, and they only got to rent it for like a day or two, and they film the whole thing. I have a colleague that has a private jet, and he rents it out for people to just take pictures in. Like,
Yeah,
he's not using it for a couple of weeks. People, they will come to there. They spend like $500 an hour to take pictures, and like 1 or 2 hours, and he's booked like 18 hours a day. So it's crazy. It's
to
crazy. So
flex.
I want you guys to understand that true wealth is very boring. It's very uneventful. It's the same BS that you got to do every single day. And after, when you work hard and you build your money, you're not going to spend it degenerately. Now, granted, like I said, I'm not opposed to, when you make wealth, buy some of the things that you like, because I certainly have, and I'm working on getting a lot of the things that I like and that always wanted. But uh, just be careful about who you watch and who you listen to, because there's a lot of people giving not so great advice, and everybody's following it, and they're not understanding why they're not making any headway. Shout out to Caddy. Welcome back. We appreciate your support. See you guys talking about Quan. We'll get into that in a little bit. Wizard, what's up with the Radix deep dive? It's actually going to go up probably tomorrow morning. I have all the video done. I just got to edit a few things, and then we'll get it and put it up there. Um, so I do apologize as it hasn't been out there, but it's going to get up there. Um, so shout out to you guys. We're going to talk probably a little bit about Quant towards the end. But if you guys have any questions, certainly drop them in there. We're more than happy to answer them. Good morning to you, K Max, and hope you guys are having a great time in here, getting some questions answered, and we're definitely more than happy. We're going to get into this CZ situation here, where they sued him for, I think it was 13 counts on that on that on the lawsuit there.
13 counts of using customers' funds.
Well, 13 counts and using customer funds, selling securities without being registered. There's a whole lot that's in there. But the main thing that I think they're going after is commingling of customer funds, as well as what was the other one? Selling securities and doing unauthorized, because they've listed ICOs that have been done on Binance as IPOs is what they're going after. So that's selling an unregistered IPO is pretty much a death sentence. So I don't know what's going to be dug up. I mean, this is just another thing that's going to take like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Crypto Wizard says, nice essays. Your thoughts on SEC and Binance? Yep, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into that right now. My initial thought was when I found out that SPF modeled FTX after Binance and CZ, and they both had the exact same kind of like introduction interview that they did, where they were an altruistic billionaire, altruistic capitalism, and it just seemed like, okay, I don't think CZ was as crazy as SBF with all the buffoonery that he was doing, but I think he's doing something nefarious with what he's doing.
Yeah, anybody who tries to say they're a frugal billionaire, just don't cut them off immediately. If you're a billionaire, you're not going to be frugal, bro. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry.
Yes, and of course you guys got to understand that if you guys had $1 billion, what would be some of the first things you would do?
You'd buy luxury.
And most people, you probably take a nice expensive trip. You probably would get a couple cars that you always wanted. You probably get a nice house in in a high end area. There's a lot of things that you guys would do. Shout out to Crypto Mike. It's all FUD to FUD us out of crypto.
Yes.
Exactly my thoughts. I'm going to get into that with what we cover over with Gensler in a minute. But with CZ, I think he did exactly everything that is that SBF did. There is a lot of money that is missing, that is not accounted for in the accounting yet. So, but it's going to take months to go
I
over that.
do I do want to mention something I've noticed though. Have you noticed that despite Adam's price falling, the volume of Atom has gone up higher than I've seen it in like a long time. Like it's at 160 million volume. Like I haven't seen that for Atom, and usually it stayed in the 40 to 50 million range.
Yes.
Maybe 80 as the high, but it wouldn't go over 80 million. Now it's at 100 and something million.
Yep. And yeah, so
So do you think Coinbase is going to take down? So since Coinbase took down XRP because of the security, right? Do you see that with Atom? Because I see it with Atom. I see Coinbase delisting Atom.
they probably will. They'll probably delist every single one that popped up. But they
Solana
did.
too.
Yep, Solana too. They did do I mean, they took a 16% hit on their stock on overnight trading. So it's I mean, it basically means there's a lot of people selling the stock. So I certainly took a hit as I have. I'm gonna pull up what I have
I
here.
know Kathy
I have
Wood sold.
800 shares in Coinbase. So I know that I've definitely my stock portfolio is seeing a lot of red today, but
Oh yeah.
everywhere's seeing red today. So that's just kind of how the nature of investing goes. Thank you guys for all your comments. Really appreciate it. Keep the likes and shares going. Really appreciate it. Uh, let me just get you over here, Crypto Mike. Some of you guys are doing a lot of work, and I'll just make you a moderator there, and make a Crypto Mike here moderator real quick. So you guys definitely help out more than you guys think. Um, so shout out to Caddy, relatively new. Can you tell me why no quant on the ledger? Um,
I hold Quan on my ledger.
yeah, I think you have to buy a little bit of Ethereum so you can move it over and just have
So
it as ready. But if you bought the low end one, you might not have room for quant on there.
yeah, and see, here's the thing: if you bought a Ledger Nano X, basically any ERC20 token, Quant is an ERC20 token, it's gonna pop up in your Ethereum account. So if
Mhm,
you click on Ethereum, it's gonna show your ERC20 tokens such as Quant.
mhm.
You just have to click on Ethereum. Now I selected an option that shows Quant in my main portfolio balance anyway, so I don't have to click on Ethereum. I don't even own Ethereum, and I still have Quant in my portfolio. You just have to have some ETH in your wallet. I think $100 worth to be able to move Quant off of there.
Exactly. Uh, shout out to uh, crypto Mike. Same day that Apple drops Provision, the same day they announced SEC suing Binance, they're trying to shake us out. Most likely, that's what they're trying to do. There's always going to be shakeouts. There's always going to be in every investment channel. There's always going to be some shakeouts that could happen
We're
to.
just getting the greedy people out.
Yeah, well, we're also getting the people who have paper hands and fear every minute change. That's why I said you got to have some strong diamond hands for crypto, because sometimes you'll wake up and you're like 20% down and you just have to shrug your shoulders and dollar cost average in. Now, the most I've ever seen was really 10% down. Um, on a normal circumstance, like sometimes like a Sunday, I'll hit 10% down and I'll dollar cross average in, and then when we go back up, I've made a little bit of profit there. But unfortunately, these shakeouts are just going to happen for the next year. All I can say is you guys just hang in tight, be ready, and everything. Shout out to Logan. What's up? Welcome back. Glad to have you in. Shout out to user zero to Logan again. Good morning, bro. Have a great day. I hope you get everything you hope for. Same to you, buddy. I hope you get as many blessings on your way as you can. Definitely really appreciate your support, and anything you accomplish, I hope that you get all your goals accomplished and everything. Um, so shout out to you guys. You guys are definitely really commenting in this chat. Really appreciate it. Having a hard time keeping up for you. But thank you guys for all your support. I hope you guys like and share, and let's keep this chain going. Now back to Binance, where we said CZ is kind of was the progenitor to SBF. What the only thing I could say is he's a lot more mysterious and quiet than
Oh
SBF
yeah.
was.
Oh yeah.
Like,
SDF was loud and he was awkward.
hmm so CZ has more of that, but he's also older than SBF. So, but he has a little bit more discipline. So, not to say that he's not capable of it, but he's better at hiding it or keeping it covered up. So, but unfortunately, with this lawsuit, we're going to uh, we're going to have to let things play out, let things go through, let things go to discovery, and that's the real point when we go to discovery with the lawsuit, then they get to start asking hard questions and everything, and um it's just one of those things you just have to wait. So, but thank you guys. We're gonna start moving on to real quickly to Coinbase here, because they certainly took a big hit in aftermarket trading. Went from like $65 down to, I think it's at around 50. I'm not too sure. I'll have to check it out. It might be a little lower now as the buy orders are getting cycled out. Oh, if you guys are experiencing a little lag for me, I do apologize. I'm streaming TikTok off my work cell phone right now, so it's just a lot of calls are coming in. So they pause the stream a little bit, and then I have to kind of clear them out. They're just robocalls, unfortunately, just part of business. But back to what Cody says, they're going to delist Atom, Solana, all of those. But
Yes, they will.
what the SEC really needs to get a handle on is all the crypto pump and dumps. That's what they need to get a handle on. But without being assigned regulatory authority, they can't. They can only just sue individual coins as they come up.
You know what? You know what's crazy? The only thing that really bothers me is how the SEC talks about protecting the American investor, right?
Hmm.
Yet there's tons of insider trading and they're going after Coinbase. There's tons of insiders trading, yet they're going after Coinbase. And here's another issue. They want to protect American investors, yet they want to delist things off of so many exchanges to where people like me and you that have those so-called listed securities now,
Hmm.
we can't sell. So how is that protecting us if we cannot get our money out?
Exactly, and they're causing a lot of people to get hurt, because then they drop it so much that people then become fearful of the
So it's
market.
almost like it's a power game. It's really just about we're the SEC. We have the big boy pants, and you do what we say. It's not about protecting the American investor. It is about power.
Exactly.
It is about power.
There's definitely a lot of that involved, because before 2009 the SEC did nothing against Bernie Madoff, and they were slow to move on a lot of Ponzi schemes. And then after that, I'd say since like 2014, they just, as soon as they figure it out, they just pound that person
You
and
know what I
take
just
them to
told
court.
you is, oh, I'm sorry, but what I just told you is seriously what I would tell us. I mean, Gary Gensler on stage. I would literally tell him that in a live courtroom. I'm like, I would ask him. I'd be like, if your goal is to protect American investors, how come you're making it so hard for them to cash out? I would ask him that on live stage, and I want an answer out of him. Like, I bet it would be
Yeah, and when he went to Congress, it was a lot of the beatboxing.
because
Well,
he's got too many. He's in bed with a lot of people. He's just in bed with a lot of people. That's all it is.
hmm and I'm pretty sure he's got some. He's basically the moving pawn for probably a few of his wealthy friends who know they can make a degenerate amount of money off of crypto and corner the industry. So he's out there just trying to slow it down. Like
For people.
like crypto is probably one of the fastest expanding markets. So you got to think like in like manufacturing took from the 1850s to the 1950s to expand and cool off. Then we had tech, which took from the 70s to the 50 to basically the 20s to cool off. Uh, and then so now crypto, it took like 10 years and it's already in the rapid balloon stage, and they're trying to cool it off. Um, Shout out to Peter Sims. Tech is cooling off. And good morning to you too, Dion Allen. Welcome to the stream. Really appreciate your support. Tech is cooling off. A lot of you guys don't know, but the gains in the tech industry are nothing compared to what they were in the late 80s, and 90s. Like you could have put $500 into Apple in 1992, and now it'd be worth almost $300 million if you had
Oh yeah.
done it then. Now you're kind of at the end stages of that, so it's starting to level off. You have AI coming in, and there's definitely a lot of use cases for AI, a lot of disapproval from AI. So we'll have to see where it's going. The only next big industry that tech can go into is the space industry. But tech will always be around. It's just that now the industry has been cemented in, and the rapid growth. You still have growth, but you don't get like the 90s were like what crypto was in the last bull run for tech. You could put money in anything, and you just triple, like you just 50 extra money in like a week. That's how it was. Like the tech industry was in the 90s was what the crypto industry is right now.
Yes.
Uh, Shout out to Dion. Alan, did you say other coins are being delisted on Coinbase? They haven't done anything yet, officially yet. They just been served papers from the SEC for selling unregulated securities. And what on those altcoins. So what they're going to do is they're going to delist. They're going most likely they're going to agree with whatever the SEC wants, and they'll just say, okay, well, we delisted those coins, and they'll pay a little fine and move on. I do think in order for Coinbase to be around, they do need to start. They have to start diversifying what they're doing and get in there. But the part about the lawsuit where Coinbase says they don't teach people about fraud, it's like I could tell right now, no one has ever even looked at the damn website. Because as soon as you log in as a new user on Coinbase, there's like hundreds of things, of articles and videos that they make you watch to earn rewards about crypto and what to avoid, what are frauds, what are fake, what are pump and dumps, and things like that. So obviously, they never even looked at all that crap.
No.
So that's where I can tell they they freaking this is a power move. It's just 100% a power move, and unfortunately, you got to have discipline and hold through it, and hold through
Exactly.
it.
I'm not being shaken out. I'm young. I have a bunch of risk tolerance. I'm 22. I've been holding my bags for 2 years.
Mhm.
If anything, this is just giving us another buy opportunity. It's not. People would call that a cope. You might call that a cope, but I call it not being shaken out because I see the potential in this market. And what you think is potential is not what I'm going to think is potential. And that's what people need to understand. Yeah, people have the power to buy and sell whatever they want. But I'm not going to buy and
Mhm.
sell based off of what you say. I'm going to take what you say into account, do my own research, and from there determine whether if the risk is right for me. And so far, based on my lifestyle, this is a good risk for me just because I'm so young. Now, if I was 30 and I was a father, would I be taking the same risk? Hell no.
Exactly. Okay. Who said that? Dylan Allen. If you, uh, I can't share it on TikTok, but I have it here on YouTube. The list of coins. So shout out to the YouTuber Altcoin. Um, but you have Cardano, Silts, Solana, Axie Infinity, Filecoin, ICP, Flow, Near Protocol, Polygon, Voyager Token, Sandbox, and Dash, and Atom as well,
Mana.
and Mana.
Yeah, Mana's on there. And I'm surprised Axie Infinity wasn't on there either. Because Axie
No,
Infinity.
Axie Infinity is on there.
Oh, it is? Okay.
It's been targeted by the SEC.
Okay.
So like those are the list of coins. We're going to see them. Unfortunately, all these coins are going to see a significant drop. So just pay attention of that. Um, and just remember these coins are going to drop. Solana is just going to tank. Like I think that's going. This might be the wind knocked out of the sails for Solana.
I
So they
think
already had.
Solana, uh, see, Solana is one of the new people's favorite coins, because usually when you talk to the average crypto investor, they're gonna say they hold Solana and Doge. Like for
Yep.
some reason, the people who buy Solana are the same type of people who buy Doge and meme coins. Like it never fails. Every time I ask a Solana holder, "What do you hold?" they always mention some gamble token or a meme coin. And I think Solana holders are in that same niche.
Exactly. Shout out to Caddy. Should I pick up more Soul and Atom, or can this crush these coins? It can cause a big downplay. I wouldn't invest right now. I'd wait till things level out and market sentiment finds another true value for those coins. I'm thinking if I pull up Atom here, I gotta find Atom in a second, but I'm gonna pull up Atom and we're gonna go. I have it on KuCoin. Uh, we're gonna pull up Atom here.
Coin just went back to 26,000.
Yeah, it's things are starting to rebound a bit, so we're definitely going to see some rebound, but on the main tokens.
But guys, I would definitely be buying Bitcoin and ETH as well. Do not neglect those because I've been neglecting them. I'm saying that, and I don't hold any Bitcoin and ETH, but I'm going to start buying a shit ton of those.
Yeah, you see, Atom had a dip, but then everybody's buying right now.
Mm-hmm.
We had a nice dip, and then all of a sudden, now we're back like after 2 in the morning.
I bet Gary Gensler's looking like, damn, I expected Bitcoin to go to 18,000 after this. I wanted my rich
Yeah,
friends to get in. I wanted my rich friends to get in so bad.
yeah, it's not happening. I think the people who are in crypto now are in it for the long haul, and it's going to be hard to shake a lot more people out. I
Yeah,
mean,
the
I think they shaked out 90% of the people you're going to be able to shake out from 2021 till now. After that, everyone's holding and just buying in. So every time they do this and prices drop a little bit, too many people start buying in again.
the short term holders got out after last bull run. Everybody who stayed 2022, 2023 are the long term holders. The greedy people, they got shaked out a long time ago after the 21 bull run.
Exactly. Shout out to Crypto Mike. It's on you. Make sure you do your research. Exactly. Do your research, do your due diligence, and never invest in anything you don't understand how they make money, how they make a profit, and what is the point of the company that you're investing in. Whether it's crypto, stocks, or private equity, just never do. Or even if someone pitches you an idea for a business they want to start, you got to make sure you understand it.
Yeah, because I've been pitched, ways to make money, and I thought it was going to be faster than what it was going to be, but in reality, it took me a long time to make profit from what people pitched to me. Not to say
Yeah.
that what they pitched to me didn't work out, but you got
Mhm.
to realize, before you invest in something, how fast do you want to profit? Because if you want to profit fast, then there's going to be that knocks out 80%, 90% of the opportunities out there. If you want long-term profit, then all of a sudden most of those opportunities come back because you're in it for the long haul. But there's very few
Exactly.
ways to make quick overnight like riches. Like I mean very, and those influencers that you see, like Sal talked about, you're richer than most of them. These people that buy these exotic cars and rent them out to people, those are the people buying them, the influencers. And the influencers are just
Exactly.
making people like Salvatore's friend rich.
Exactly. Shout out to Ben. Thanks for joining in and your question. Out of curiosity, why don't people buy crypto tend to invest in external accounts? If I think you're wording that way, the way I think you are, why don't people why don't people who buy crypto invest in alternative things? Mainly because it's really Gen Zers that don't see where they can go, where they can make money, and crypto is the only place where a lot of them think that, oh my god, I can make a degenerate sum of money off of this.
I'm Gen Z and I feel that way a lot. Right now I'm all in on crypto. I don't think that crypto is the only way I can make money. I don't think that crypto is the only true investment. just for me being 22 and me being in my situation, I see that as something that in the next 2 to 3 years could change my life. And if it doesn't, if crypto's all a bust, then I'll be about 24, 25, and I'll find other ways to make money. I'll start, investing in a Roth IRA because that's what I've been doing a little bit as well. But I'd be more into safer assets. I just want to see, can this be a learning lesson for me? And it's gonna hurt, if it doesn't work out, but I'll get through it. That's just the
Exactly.
risk I'm taking. That's what I choose. I don't recommend other
Exactly.
people my age do this. I don't tell other Gen Zers, throw all your money into crypto. I don't tell people that.
Yeah, and it's hard for people to understand that. It's harder for people my age and older to understand is, and it took me a while to understand and get in crypto as well, because I had the opportunity to get in 2013 and didn't, because
Yeah.
I didn't understand it. But as I got older and I understood it, I was like, okay, this makes sense now. So but you got to understand the traditional ways have always worked for like 70 years in investing, but Gen Zers and younger millennials are now coming in saying, look, I need a way to get as much money as I can, stack up my bag, and then maybe I'll start doing other things. But they don't believe in work, put a little bit away, squirrel a little bit away of money into ETF or into uh, um, a 401k or anything. They don't believe in pensions. They believe in get to the bag as fast as humanly possible, then maybe uh, diversify your investments a little bit, and then we can move on.
Yes, that's how
Unfortunately,
I think.
I'm still a firm believer of as soon as you get any type of profit, start that diversification path.
Yes,
That would,
yes,
that would
100%.
definitely help you out in the future. Um, Shout out to NG Dubs. Have you heard about the blockchain called Chia? I have not, but it's one of the ones we can look into in a little bit. We still have a lot to cover with all this SEC crap and stuff. Um, Shout out to Freedom Fighter. Now the next drop to the bottom will be the final shakeout, and it could be. It's hard for people to watch their money constantly going down, but that seems to be the nature of crypto. You get one solid year and a half of run up, and then it's like 3.5 to 4 years of just steady decline. But that's because people start selling, taking profits, and people stop believing in the markets and the industry. That's all that really has happened. Shout out to Rafael Alvarez. XRP is my hold. Absolutely. And you're probably going to be very well rewarded once this case gets resolved in a very positive manner for Ripple. And shout out to Britt. Welcome in, one of our other moderators. Glad to have you in. Late or not, we still got a long way to go.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about quite a few things. Um,
And shout out to you, Britt.
so we are definitely going to go. Definitely going to keep going. Talk a little bit more about it. Although it's there is some kind of my opinion about the SEC is still just like Cody said. It's a power move, but I think there's still some heavy degenerate things going on with it, um, with the agency and what they're doing. But I don't think it's the small individual players. I think it's the long term. I think it's some small top end people going for long term control of it. Shout out to Big Dog. Welcome in. Glad to have you in on the stream today. Really appreciate your support. Like coin to the moon. Apparently seems to be that way with the halving and everything else going on. It might be a good time to get in there.
Wait, is Litecoin targeted by the SEC or I keep getting it mixed
No, that
up?
was Filecoin.
Okay.
Filecoin was, yeah. I don't Litecoin wasn't. Filecoin was.
Litecoin never had an ICO, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that.
I don't know. They might have
Let,
had like an initial one to fund the actual blockchain and business, but after that, I don't think they're. Well, I think it was just they were they were kind of airdropping it to people who had it. You just like, hey, thanks for the support. Here's some more Litecoin. No, I think it was that, but I'll have to look into that. But Litecoin is on one of my watch lists and is definitely something we should be should be watching.
Litecoin was an ICO from what I'm seeing. Yeah, Litecoin never had an ICO.
Okay. Okay, so they never had an ICO, so they never did. So they're probably in the clear. Just people just buying it and speculating on it. Like I think the SEC views it like Beanie Babies. So
Yeah, did you know that Litecoin pretty much has the same functionality as Dogecoin? It has the same everything. It's pretty much like the same speed. Litecoin has the same functionality as Dogecoin pretty much. Dogecoin is literally just a dog version of Litecoin. Pretty
yes,
much.
pretty much. And shout out to Big Dog. Do you know Bitcoin use Litecoin Lightning Network? Yes.
Yes.
We are aiming to make Bitcoin transactions faster, more efficient, and less time. Because I mean, sometimes you taking Bitcoin to your hard wallet won't appear for like a day sometimes, depending on the congestion on the network. And it's like the same thing with Ethereum. But that's also because it was based on a little older technologies with Quant, Ripple, Avalanche, and a lot of the other ones. They're lightning fast. So, and if you're
Avalanche
used to those, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Avalanche seems to be holding up price wise, but one thing I don't like about Avalanche is if you go look on the Avalanche scanner, now it could be me being lack of education on Avalanche, but if you go on the Avalanche scanner, you're going to see like every second, like every millisecond, there's a new transaction. And if you notice on that transaction scan for Avalanche, they're sending zero AVAX. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, how do you send a transaction of zero? Like, and then it's almost like they're just trying to spam the network and like artificially pump up transaction
Yes.
numbers.
Yes, that's exactly what's happening. So you see a lot of crazy sales, but I'm looking 0.000037.
Go look on the Ava scanner right now, and you'll see what I'm talking about. If you go to look up Avalanche scan, Avalanche token scan, you're gonna see every millisecond there's a new transaction of zero Joule or zero AVAX, and I'm like, how do you send zero of something?
Let's see here. I'm gonna have to look that one up there in a second. What'd you say it was there, Cody? It was the Avis.
Ava scan, AVAX scan, AVAX token scan. Just Google that, and it'll show the Ava scan.
There we go.
And what you'll notice is it's almost like they're just artificially pumping up transaction numbers because that's what it
Yeah.
seems like to me. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 000. I don't. I think it's they're just transferring dust. Dust there.
Yeah,
Shout out to Patrick. Should I sell my Solana and Atom? Uh, that's
no.
really up to you, Patrick. I don't think so. I don't think so. Definitely on Atom. Solana, it's a hit or miss because this could be the wind out of the sails for Solana because I mean, with all the crashes and everything else going on, but Solana still has a freaking huge community in it. Let me go over here and we'll pull up Solana too on KuCoin. We get an idea of that. But massive, like once that was announced yesterday, Solana just went down a little
I
bit,
never bought one Solana.
and then it
I
started
never
coming
liked
back
it.
up. I haven't ever had Solana in my portfolio. I really haven't even been considering it because mainly all the crashes, the slow speed. But I did like some of the stuff that they're trying to do, especially their embedded hard wallet into their cell phone that they're trying to bring out.
Yeah,
So
I don't know how well that would do. I saw some reviews on the Solana phone and the technical standpoints, and they're saying tech wise, the Solana phone doesn't even match up with the Samsungs. Like
mm-mm.
technologically, it's behind. The only good incentive of the Solana phone is it has a niche to crypto holders. It's literally just a crypto phone. It's not even a fast smartphone. The smartphone has technology in it from like 2015, 16. Like it's a slow phone. It's not fast.
Mm-hmm. Well,
It's not going to compete with an iPhone or a Samsung. Like
no,
it's
it's
just not
not.
going to happen. And
No,
Solana doesn't even have developers on their team that can compete with them or have the same knowledge as Samsung or Apple.
yeah, exactly. So there's your answer, big dog. What we think of the Solana cell phone? I mean, it was pretty cool. It had a sleek design. It was pretty cool that the hard wallet got embedded. But then Ledger Ellie Powell came out with the partnered LCD screen hard wallet. So I mean, then Solana's phone became a mute point. In order for it to be truly successful, it would have to outshine an Apple phone at this point in order
It would
for it
have to
to
be
be
faster. Now, if the Solana phone was actually faster than most cell phones, I wouldn't be saying anything. I'd be like, look, yeah, Solana, I don't like how their network crashed, but I do like their phone. Their phone is very nice and it has potential, but I'm not saying that.
Mhm.
I saw a lot of big tech. There was a tech YouTuber last bull run when Solana started talking about releasing a phone. There was a tech YouTuber who's not even in crypto. He did a
Mhm.
breakdown of the Solana phone technology, and he said it's just old 2015 technology. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a
Exactly.
marketing scheme.
Yep.
And I also believe they thought that, selling a Solana phone would make more people buy the Solana coin, making the Solana founders more wealthy, even with their sales of the cell phone. I bet that was their big plan.
Yep.
I never cared for Solana. Yeah, Solana's fast. Don't get me wrong. Solana is fast. They have an NFT marketplace, but
Mhm.
I'm not even into NFTs. NFTs, I can see them coming back. We had the cringy profile pic era. There's going to be some good uses for NFTs, but I'm more focused on crypto. I've never really cared for NFTs like that.
Exactly. And Solana, like, it had a lot of popularity with celebrities, so that's why it kind of took off. And SBF was Almeida Research and FTX were pushing it hard, so that's why it went up so high. But it is not the ETH killer. The only thing it really ever did was kill itself, though.
Throughout history of crypto, every coin that claims to be an ETH killer does not make it. Just throughout history.
Exactly.
Polkadot, for example, they never claimed to be an ETH killer. They are just connecting everything. Like things like remember Neo and 20s we weren't around in the 2017 bull run. But coins like Neo, the Chinese Ethereum, like look at where it's at now. Nobody even talks about it. That
Yep.
was coined as the Chinese Ethereum. Nobody even talks about it anymore.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and it's just that everyone's hyped that they're going to take out the next big player, but a lot of times it's very hard to take out someone who's dominant because they're dominant
That's
for a reason.
what did you say it was? Statue of Limitations or whatever the time frame that ETH had, and plus it being a
Mhm.
first mover. You can't kill something like that. Somebody
Yeah.
that's already in a risky asset space,
Hmm.
who's a first mover in it. Like you just can't take down somebody like that. You can't take down
Yeah,
Ethereum.
exactly. Um, so shout out to Revolt to Earn. Solana is huge for gamers, though. It is. I think a lot of the play to earn games for crypto were on that. Now, the only thing I could think that could save Solana is if the GTA 6 game that's trying to introduce play to earn goes onto the Solana blockchain and their token it goes off of it. Solana is saved. Other than that, it's going to be a hard play for it to really make it through this. I think they'll be around, but I don't think they're going to be a major player anymore. They're definitely going to start lagging.
Oh
But
yeah.
if they can get GTA 6 on their blockchain, get a lot of cool things adapted to it, it can make a huge run. So now we have to kind of, if you're really hoping for that, you kind of have to really listen to like the gaming channels and the news articles around that to be able to even see what GTA 6 is doing, because unfortunately the manufacturer of that game is not a publicly traded company, so it's going to be very, very, very hard to get first mover information off of it. It's just going to be a little difficult. But either way, it's kind of exciting to see what's going to happen. So shout out to Revolt Earn. Really appreciate you joining in, all your support, and thank you guys. We're at 4,800 likes. Keep sharing, keep liking. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate all you guys. We're gonna go back over. I'm gonna go back over to Kukwin, because we're gonna talk a little bit about Chia. So shout out to NG Dubs watching us on YouTube. I haven't really paid attention to this one, so I'm not sure exactly what it does. Got to read the white papers. Got to do a lot of due diligence on it. It kind of came out 871, dropped down to 32, but you're looking at a total supply of 28.5 million tokens. Got about 9.2 million in volume, 2.6 followers on CoinMarketCap, and over 100,000 watch lists. It's not in the top 100, which is crazy for the price that it is. So there is a lot of room in there. Just don't know exactly what they do. Yeah, so definitely another one. I'm gonna write that one down and see if I could do it. Might take me about a week to get that video out. Of it, but definitely really thanks for bringing that to our attention there, NG Dubs. Looks like
I like NG Dubs, man. He's an OG.
yeah, he's been with us from the beginning there. Just taking a look at what they do.
Really appreciate you, bro.
Okay, founded in Delaware in 2017. Focus on venture capitalists. Okay, so I'm guessing they're trying to do some adding to the finance arena of crypto. Okay, so yeah, I can definitely do a little deep dive in that down the road. I know you guys have been patiently waiting on the radio dicks, so definitely radio X or whatever it's called, the radio token. So I know that one should be on YouTube on probably tomorrow morning around this same time. It will debut. But definitely, guys, thanks for sharing and watching with us. We're gonna keep moving on forward.
I'm really enjoying this stream, man. I'm really enjoying it. It's nice.
Shout out to Big Dog. I think GTA will probably team up with Flow Blockchain because NFL and NBA use Flow Blockchain. That's true too. Though it's not a sports related arena, but they could very well. A lot of companies tend to use the same networks, same resources as their competitors. But
speaking of crypto I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, but you never know. It's whatever. They could also go in the opposite direction and not want to be on the same network as their competitors, because those are games made by EA, not by Rockstar.
EA is very greedy, by the way. EA is just like Activision.
Yep, they are as greedy can be.
I remember the Battlefield series. I used to be a Battlefield fan, and then EA just killed Battlefield.
Yep. Yeah, it most definitely was. Oh my goodness.
But speaking of crypto and sports, though, I remember at last bull run when Polkadot was actually going to be on the jerseys. I forgot of what soccer team. I think it was Barcelona. Yeah, it was Barcelona. Yes. There was news going around that Barcelona was going to use Polkadot on their jerseys. I mean, I don't think that ever fell through. But if Polkadot survives again, you could see that possibly happening again. If Polkadot makes it. And I think they will. I don't think it's that much of an if. If Polkadot was that bad off, I mean, the SEC had no problem targeting Solana and Atom. And keep in mind, they're not done yet. But you would think if Polkadot was that bad off, they would have listed it along with Atom.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something about Polkadot that stands out. And like I said, Polkadot's legal team was in court before. There's a video on YouTube of one of Polkadot's leading lawyers. And they were in court, talking about Polkadot, how it's a software and how the staking isn't made to make your average person money. Staking is just to secure the network, and it keeps your tokens from being diluted. That's all it does. It's not to make
Yeah,
people like rich overnight. And they describe Polkadot in court, and I just don't think it doesn't fit the security narrative. I don't think it does at all. And they have morphed into a software.
exactly. So moving on there, I know you guys got a lot of talk about the gaming tokens and GTA 6. Um, yeah, Flow blockchain has $2 billion in transactions last year, no problems. And exactly, can't argue with that, big dog. Revolt to Earn could see Rockstar going with Polygon. It could be, but now that the lawsuit happened, I don't know if it's going to it's going to happen. Shout out to Big Dog again. In IG was going to use Flow blockchain and Facebook, yeah, for their metaverse and everything and networking everything together. Shout out to Revolt too. Just curious, why do you think Solana is dead? I think it's dead just because it crashed 5 times. It's hard to get your tokens over, and I think at one point they reversed transactions on
And
the
what he means by crash isn't the price. What he means by crash is the actual network.
yeah, the actual network crashed 5 separate times in 1 year.
2021, last bull run. So
Yep.
if it did that in the bull run before, you're not going to see that from Solana until next bull run when it gets
Hmm.
congested.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so that's just one of the reasons why I just think it's dead. I don't think it's going to get anywhere. Um, but you never know. The wind could be knocked into the sails too, so it could make a big comeback as well. Uh, Shout out to T. It was in a known beta back then. Sol is fine. The easiest onboarding process of any chain. I'm not ETH onboarding is terrible. Same with L2 coins. Not arguing that T. It's definitely a little easier, and Solana definitely solves some issues. But the thing is, it's got to have investor confidence, and if you can't build investor confidence, then there's just no way that there's no way that you're going to be able to build any momentum. So that's what they need, and that's why I don't think it's going to go anywhere. But they are working on projects and everything. The biggest fear is you're investing in Solana, you're doing work with Solana, and the whole thing has to shut down. The blockchain has to shut down, and then everything is like delayed at the moment, and so that could scare people.
Yeah. I wouldn't think someone as big as Rockstar would use a network that could potentially crash.
Hmm.
In Ethereum, you can't see that with Ethereum because yeah, the gas fees are high, but again, just like everything in life, it's a double-edged sword. There's cons and
Hmm.
pros. The cons are it hurts people like me and you, but the pros of it is big entities that have the money that don't care about spending gas fees, I mean, it makes the network more secure. So keep that in mind too. I think if Rockstar, this is me personally, if Rockstar wanted to use a blockchain, they would use the ETH blockchain. And I know that sounds absurd to most people, but
Yeah.
with Ethereum's a building platform. Rockstar could literally build a GTA 6 like DApp to where customers on GTA 6 could use that decentralized application that was built on Ethereum. I really think they would use something like ETH.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, moving on to that, we're going to move on to a little talk about Quant. Kind of fell yesterday, but it's one of the blue chip tokens that I hold in there. But as you see with the announcement yesterday in the afternoon, it it had a lot of hard buy sell orders. But then as you see here, started this morning, we just started rising up again with more buy orders. I mean, you could look into here, but you're not talking about multimillionaires getting in. We're looking at a lot of just micro buys, like 6 quant is the highest I see here. Two up. There's an 8. There's a 4. 1.5 quant
Oh,
bought.
I'm buying 5 on Thursday, so you're going to see that.
Yep. Someone bought 11 here, 12 here, 16 here, but I'm not seeing like 400 quant bought. is what I'm saying. It's like I'm just seeing average retail investors buying a crap ton of it.
Yeah, and
They're
that's good.
responsible for this price getting back up. And shout out to me from taking a big L on that. I was thinking it was going to go to 109. When it was at 109, I was thinking it was going to go to like 101. I was like, I'm gonna dollar cost average when I wake up in the morning. It did not. Like,
Okay, NG Dubs left a comment. He said Chia is the most decentralized network and anyone can run a node with their wallet and mining is based disk based and not processing power. That's interesting, but Avalanche has something like that as well. Anyone can be an Avalanche node. And I'm not saying that invalidates Chia. I'm just saying I haven't done enough research on it, and you definitely sparked my interest on doing research on it. But just how the SEC is going Hail Mary and rapid fire on things, I
mhm,
got to do my own due diligence to see if that investment is right for me or not. And right now I'm pretty heavy on Bitcoin and Ethereum and Quant, to be honest.
mhm.
Like I'm not buying a crap ton of altcoins. I'm even slowing down on my Polkadot buys, even though Polkadot wasn't listed as a security yet. But I'm mainly buying the big two. That's pretty much where my money's going.
Exactly. Shout out to the chat. You guys are definitely asking some good questions.
Thank you, NG Dubs, by the way.
Yeah, and thank you, NG Dubs, for your comment. You definitely brought some good ones in there. Shout out to Big Dog. We didn't quite get missed that comment, but I like the way you and your friends think. We definitely we try to not get emotionally attached to our investments. We try to get in there, and it's trust me, it's very hard. I woke up this morning with like probably if I added up everything about $100,000 loss this morning, which was not what I was expecting. But I understand that the ups and downs come with it.
And
So
keep in mind, a lot of people don't like talking about their losses. One thing that makes, and I'm not trying to kiss our own ass here, and rub it in people's face. But one thing I will say about me and Sal is anytime we have a loss or anytime we've pitched something on stream that doesn't work out, we will talk about our L's. Most
yeah.
YouTubers, most influencers, they don't talk about their losses because I understand losses hurt. Even the rich people, losses hurt. They're actually more egotistical about it. But, people like me and Sal, we will talk about our losses. We will talk about, like, for example, if Quant doesn't work out one day, we're going to talk about that.
Exactly. And we're going to tell you exactly why we lost, what we thought, and we can be wrong on there.
Yes, we can. We can very much so be wrong about Quant. But with that being said, with the low tokenomics and its use case, I see it as a why not.
Exactly. And
NG Dubs also left another comment. If mining is based on processing power, not everyone can do it, and you have to sell to afford electricity. Proof of space doesn't take much electricity. That is very true, NG
Mhm.
Dubs. That it doesn't take much electricity, and we're seeing crypto now with a narrative of you got to be green. You can't take
Yeah,
up
you,
much
you
space.
gotta it's a zero carbon output is what they're trying to do. But granted, you're not using enough like crypto probably is the only solution that uses much less carbon than using the proof of work staking and proof of work mentality because that way you're not consuming as much electricity. But just FYI, it's like in the debt ceiling bill, they very 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 far into it down in there. There was approved for 100 nuclear power plants to be built in the U.S. So just keep that in mind. And Princeton's fusion project is starting to bear fruit. So just keep all that in mind here. Like we're getting ready to within the next 100 years go from a type 0.75 civilization to maybe a type point 0.9 civilization. So it's really exciting because there's a lot that could happen. So just remember, we're going from an energy crisis to we're going to have more enough energy to send someone to another solar system. So like that's kind of where we're headed. Shout out to Britt. Have you thought of making a guide to crypto and investing? I have. That's why I have the Patreon set up. I'm going to
Kind of
do,
like a flow chart.
yeah, kind of like I think more people are looking for like a course or something like that, which I'm not really big on courses because you kind of get pre-programmed stuff, and it's all like mapped out and everything, and it doesn't answer. You don't have the opportunity to ask your question. So I like more of an open format. I thought about it. One of my colleagues in my networking group also stated that I should just have like a once a month uh, Q&A session on my Patreon to answer anyone's questions, do real in-depth dives there, just not something live because I know people are very self-conscious about their finances, but can definitely come up with stuff that I can put on Patreon, and that would be part of the $3 package. You go on there, my guide to learning about crypto, learning about investments, learning about starting businesses. I also have starting next month, if you guys want to sign up for it, the one-on-one weekly meetings. It'd be a Zoom chat. And I'm also thinking about if we get enough people to join in, I can do meetups with you guys as well.
Oh
So
yeah, and we plan on getting our own office one day. There's a nice office in our area that me and Sal have been talking about. And you
yep.
guys keep watching us, you'll be on the live. So eventually we're gonna spend money on equipment, we're gonna spend money on cameras, the
Mm-hmm.
studio, and we're gonna make things like what you see on big podcasts. We will be on the big podcast sector. Right now we're just doing this because we enjoy it. We're not even thinking about money. We're just showing you guys what we talk about because me and Sal, we blow each other's phone up on crypto all the time. Like
Yeah,
we're literally just broadcasting what me and him talk about, and we
exactly.
enjoy
Every
it.
day.
I enjoy doing this.
We enjoy talking about real estate and things like that. I'm kind of hoping that my real estate company gets to another level. Because right now I'm working on getting doing a $6 million deal on an apartment complex, so that's going to take a little bit of my time and energy in that. That's about 40 doors, so it's one of my biggest properties right now that I will be acquiring. And I'm kind of hoping that I can acquire the office building, but since it's brand new, I don't think it's going to be up for sale anytime soon. But shout out to Snaky Langston. Oh, what's your preferred investment? My preferred investments are stocks and real estate, as that's are my most preferred investments. But how I got to this net worth is I built businesses, and I used the cash flow from that to invest into stocks and real estate, and then I use that cash flow to go into crypto. So I don't do a lot of as much crypto. If you really look at it, my crypto bag as a total value is like 1/8 the value of my stock of my trading portfolio, and 1/50th of not 1/50th, I'd say probably like 1/25th of my entire like stock portfolios with my
Yes.
just my ETFs and holdings and all that stuff, and then my trading. So
My current balance on crypto, checking it right now, is $10,570. That's how much I have in crypto right now.
mhm.
10,000, a little over 10,000.
And I haven't assessed for my losses yet on crypto because I definitely took a hit on Crow, a little bit on Dot, a little bit on Atom, and Bitcoin. It's rebounding, but I took a huge hit on that. But I'm probably close to. I'm probably either just shy of 300,000 or at 300,000 total. It might be like 295 now as things are going down. But that's just the nature of the market. And then usually June, I get all my powder for crypto investing. So every June, September, December, and March, I get all that. I get my
Yeah.
dividends and my payouts for my other investments, and then I just use that to slowly go over. But right now, my crypto powder bag is empty, so I can't do any dollar cost averaging. I have maybe like a couple grand left in there that I can be deployed, but it's not worth it to deploy it at this time.
Yes.
Uh, so shout out to George De Wilby. So is it realistic to think cryptos LOTA, XRP, XLM, VET, HBAR, Gala, ADA will 30x in the current bull run, in the next bull run? A 30x XRP is going to be very hard.
Yes.
Um, a 5 XRP, a 5x is going to be very realistic. 10x would be the best. I think a 10x would only put you at 550. So
Yes.
that's probably more reasonable. Uh, I haven't done haven't done much work on Loda. I think XLM will mimic XRP in the 10x. H bar could do a 30x, but that's only going to take it to $55. Um, but there is a lot of hype and good news around H bar.
Oh yeah.
So, but I right now I don't hold any H bar.
You know, you never know if the SEC could call Hedera security. You never know.
You never know, but it is centralized. You guys have to remember that it is centralized, but I just don't see it. I just don't see them targeting it because it's too small. It's not on their list. It's not going to give the SEC any points in control. That's how I feel. They're not going to attack it until they can give themselves a pat on the back. And Gala can do $3. That's 100x. Yeah, the Gala and Vet can hit that because there's a lot of
My
popularity.
only problem with VeChain is the tokenomics. That's my only problem with VeChain.
Exactly. But everything has potential. I mean, once you get FOMO and positive investor sentiment from retail investors, any amount of growth is possible at that point.
Yeah.
That's once you have those two meet, where you have, well, you really got to have three things. You have to have smart investors buying in, big bag investors buying in, and then the retail investors having positive sentiment and just degenerately buying in. That's what it takes. And unfortunately, it's just unfortunately it's one of those things, like it all has to line up perfectly, and then you can get an unhealthy run up. But that's the good time where you can make some profit, cash out, and move on with your life. Like that's what I would do on those things. But it's very hard for all of those to line up. And for the real big investors, the institutional investors, we got to see regulation before they ever get in. But also keeping, guys, I know I say this every stream, but keep in mind crypto is still in the infancy. We have probably another 10 years for we probably have another 10 years for of like valuation stagnation until we can get over, because remember crypto is like the second lowest worldwide industry
Apple and
at
Amazon are
one.
worth way more.
Yeah, Apple is worth almost 3 times as much as the crypto market. So just keep that in mind. Like the real estate market worldwide is like 500, a little over $500 trillion, and like logistics is like 150 trillion. That's shipping and all that other stuff. Shout out to George DeWilby. Do you offer consultations? Yes, it is on Patreon, and it's a monthly sign up. You get 4 one-on-one sessions, and we do two twice a month. We analyze your portfolio, and I give you my Series 7 license capabilities of overlooking overlooking your portfolio and making adjustments. But I try to lead you in there because I do have a fiduciary obligation to tell you that if it is a scam, I would advise you not to invest. But I can help you understand some of the pitfalls a little better. But if you're looking for a certified financial planner, I can definitely point you to some good ones and let you go over there. They'll definitely help you out. I got one guy that definitely won't take any fees until you hit $1 million in net worth. So he's very helpful, very very helpful. I might actually bring him on. I just want help with crypto. We can do that. I can help you with crypto investments, business, or real estate, whichever you want to do. It's your time. You got me for a one-on-one session for 30 minutes to an hour. It's all up to you what you want to do. No less than 30 minutes, no more than 60 minutes. So, because I'm gonna have. I think I have it in my bio, my Patreon page on TikTok, but it is. I have it pulled up here. It is just simply investing with Bobby. So, and for those you don't know why I can't go back and forth between Bobby and Sal's, my full name is Salvatore Robert Griffin Balsamel. So, just kind of a fun thing there. I got a long name, but
Bobby.
the link in there, the link is in the bio. I couldn't do Sal. Someone already took Sal, so Bobby it is.
You know what? You know what you should do, Sal? If you ever have some fuck around money, you should go on the Ethereum name service and buy Sal.eth. I'm
Yeah, I
serious. You
should.
should. That would be boss. That would be totally cool if you could go on the Ethereum name service and just buy Sal.eth. I might buy Cody.eth. I'm serious. I'm
Exactly.
serious. I seriously might buy Cody.eth if it's not already taken. I'm sure it is.
I appreciate the support there, Britt. There can only be one. Yep. We'll have to fight. We'll
And
have
if you
to.
guys didn't know, you can go on the Ethereum name service and you can buy yourself an ETH domain and use it as your address to where you can
Mhm.
receive Ethereum. So instead of giving people your long ass Ethereum address, you can just say Bobby.eth and people
Yes.
can send you Ethereum to your wallet using Bobby.eth.
Yes, and I like that a lot better because I can't tell you how many people have cried over mistakes of of copying over those wallet addresses. So,
Yeah.
and that's where you got to be very, very careful. I only copy wallet addresses on from my hard wallet. So the only thing I could really mix up is I put my tokens in the wrong hard wallet. So that I just didn't want it in that one. I wanted to put it in a different one. That's all. So, but I try not to how I put I try not to copy and paste too much stuff. Although I paid for another round of investing into a construction company I started with two other colleagues, and I cashed out. We basically forwarded our ETH over, cashed out. So my ETH bag is kind of a little low right now, but we kind of gave them quite a bit. So of it to get this construction company going in Dallas. So, and for those you know, if you've been watching us for a long time, you know there's two cities I'm eventually going to move to, which is Dallas and most likely probably like Florida, like Fort Lauderdale area. I'm not really big on the Miami, other than just having a nice condo there that or a house vacation house there that I could take my whole family over and go from and kind of just use it as there, but I don't really want to live in Miami. It's just too it's really weird. It's too vice for me. I'm an old soul at heart. But but yeah, if you guys want to sign up for the Patreon page, I also want to say that I will be interviewing people in my network and stuff and let them talk about their businesses, things like that. We're gonna have some fun there with it. And those videos are only going to be on the Patreon. So, and these are people who are of varying net worths. Like some are just like me, just really cracking into it. I mean, there's guys in there that are like $500 million net worth that just their viewpoints are just mind blowing. So I don't want to like shout do too much onto the Patreon right now, but it's definitely something you guys want to get in. It's $3 just to support your channel. A lot of this, the funds are going to go to getting new equipment, doing interviews. A lot of them we'll have to fly out to where these guys are to do those interviews and everything. I want to try and do one interview a month with a business owner. And then I do also want to do a lot of like really, really involved researching and things like that. Things like stuff I don't really do on YouTube, but we'll all do it on the Patreon. Shout out to George. There will be a reason I thought 30x is I thought past bull runs average 2 to 3 last at the ATH. Uh, if we were, oops, come on, go down. If we are in an average of 90, um, if we are an average of 90, and I'm trying to see that other comment, percent down, 2 to 3 last all-time highs would be 20 to 30, right? Yes, that is a case for many of them. Although a lot of the blue chip tokens are only like 75% down. Some of them are only 50% down, really, and but they're taking their time to steadily rise. So just keep in mind, just each one has its potential, but some of them may not be able to hit that all-time high again, and that just depends on investor sentiment yet again. But what I'm thinking of is eventually we're going to have a bull run where things kind of break away from how well Bitcoin does.
Oh yeah, we're already following the stock market. We're breaking away from that 4 year cycle, in my opinion. History does rhyme. The 4 year cycle will rhyme, but overall, we're breaking away from that.
Yeah. Overall, it's eventually going to become its own market eventually. But there's a lot of triggers in this that affect the stock market to affect crypto, but also crypto is affected by the same triggers that affect the forex markets as well. And it's still a highly volatile, highly advantageous. It's highly advantageous to get into, but it's highly volatile. So I can tell you, I remember it was April of last year. I was putting in money. I was watching my portfolio just drop like 30% from where it was the day before every day for a while. And you just have to dollar cost average in and just say, hey, this is a very opportunistic buying time. But that's how I view it. You don't have to view it like I do, but that's just how I view it. Can you sign up for the $50 and cancel any time? Yeah, you certainly can. You can sign up, come back, sign up, come back. Just remember, it's for the whole month, so you do get those four one-on-one consults. Or if you just want one, we can lump it all together and just ask as many questions as you can. Just let me know so I can schedule my time accordingly. Those one-on-one consults will always be on a Sunday. I might be able to do some on like Tuesday and Wednesdays, but most of the times it'll be on Sunday. I do run my moving company, and just like yesterday, we couldn't do the stream because I was out on the truck and I didn't get done until 10 o'clock. We just had some craziness. I had, unfortunately, one of my workers, his his infant son had to be taken to the hospital for he had a pretty bad case of bronchitis, from what I understand. So it's just one of those times. It's really weird. I got a lot of young guys that work with me, and there are also a lot of young fathers. So they're man, the panic's real with them sometimes.
Yes.
But yeah, you guys can cancel anytime. But we do appreciate your support. $3 for for the entry level, $50 for that one, and that's all we're gonna have for a while. I have some other ones that another level that I might do, might not. It depends if I have time for it. So I do a lot. I do a lot. And I always feel like I'm constantly tired, so I don't want to give you guys poor service for that. But you guys can definitely join in. Really appreciate all your support and everything. Definitely try to sign if you want to sign up. Definitely try to sign up in the beginning of the month, not towards like the latter half, because Patreon, if you sign up for $50 at like say June 20th, then July 1st it pings you again. So you maximize the amount that you want. So if you're doing the $50 one, get in at the beginning of the cycle. I'm definitely going to put in our live streams are definitely all on Rumble and YouTube, so you can rewatch those anytime. But we're going to have a lot of good content there on Patreon. It is getting quite busy. Uh, I gotta cut out of here in a little bit. So, but thank you guys. We had a really great stream.
Oh yeah.
All your support. Um, I don't really have any final thoughts. Cody, do you have any final thoughts on anything that we discussed? I know
No,
we.
sir. We've pretty much covered fraud. We've covered the exchanges. We've covered securities. I think we've had a pretty good discussion for an hour and 36 minutes. I enjoyed it all.
Absolutely. Well, hey, thank you guys. And definitely, if you guys want to submit a question to us, you can just drop it in a comment on YouTube or message me here on TikTok, and I can see if I could get that answered for you on our next stream. And definitely go to our Facebook page. Links are all in the bio of on YouTube, and of course in the description on YouTube. But really appreciate you guys. Really, we just love talking about this stuff, and we hope you guys enjoy it. So we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And definitely, hey, and George, thanks for joining in on that Patreon. We'll set that consultation up in a little bit. I will definitely message you on Patreon. Right now, I got to get going. I do have a couple meetings. I got to run to the bank, and I'm probably not going to be done until I already have a meeting with another Patreon this afternoon at 5 o'clock, or really evening for me at 5 o'clock. And then, of course, we're now going to start working on a fun segment for you guys about business. One, I don't know if we're going to do it once a week or once a month, about business, starting a business, growing a business, all the pitfalls and everything like that. But really appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining in. I'm going to chat with you guys tomorrow at 8:30. We're going to be 8:30 sharp tomorrow, and then of course we have our evening stream at about 6:37 around that time on Wednesdays. So thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Like and support. Follow us on all channels, as well as stay safe out there. Do your due diligence. Only invest in what you understand, and only invest what you're comfortable in losing. With that said, guys, respect the process, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hoodie and I'll be back tomorrow with the
Yes,
same thing.
sir.